What's up, guys? Joe here with the supplementreviews.org, and today I'm going to be talking about one of our most effective fat burners. This fat burner is called Instant Knockout, and it comes in this weird fish-shaped bottle. And the reason that it comes in a fish-shaped bottle and is called Instant Knockout is because it was initially designed for MMA fighters. So MMA fighters, they burn more energy and more calories really than anybody else. So what they needed was a product that ensured that they maintained muscle while burning so many calories. So, eventually their body could start to attack at that muscle and, chip away at it, and they'll start to lose muscle as well as fat. So obviously they want to burn fat, but they wanted to keep the muscle, and that's why this product was invented, was to help them to go ahead and retain that muscle. So, that's what really piqued my interest. When I saw that and I read the background information about this product, I decided it was worth looking into, and it was definitely a good call, because it turns out to be a super effective product. And I'm going to go ahead and explain why. So this product really has three major purposes, and that's fat burning, fat prevention, and appetite suppression. So the problem with a lot of fat burners is they only have that one major purpose, fat burning. This one, however, makes sure that you effectively burn fat, but at the same time, it's preventing you from gaining any more fat, as well as suppressing your appetite, which is kind of just another way of preventing you from gaining more fat, because you're consuming less food. And I'll go ahead and explain exactly how those benefits are produced. So, like I said, you have those three major benefits: fat burning, fat prevention, and appetite suppression. So really, there's one ingredient for each of those. And then there are some other ingredients that go into it, but these are really the three primary ingredients. So first you have green tea, and this one is for fat prevention, but also is for fat burning. So green tea is actually known for both. And I'm going to go ahead and explain how exactly that works. So let's see. First you have green tea. Green tea actually causes your nervous system to push fat out into your bloodstream. And that's how green tea is a fat burner, because like I said, it's both a burner and a preventer. But this is how it's a burner. It literally pushes the fat out into your bloodstream. And for those of you who don't know, when stuff is moved into your bloodstream, your body has no choice at that point but to use it as fuel and burn it. So green tea is going to allow your body to push fat out into the bloodstream, where it's then used as energy and burned. So you'll be burning calories pretty much non-stop if you're consuming this supplement. I think it's 3 or 4 times a day is the dose. But yeah, if you're taking it regularly throughout the day, you're going to be non-stop burning fat. The way that it prevents fat is through something called triglycerides. So your body creates triglyceride from certain elements of food you consume in order to carry out some necessary bodily functions. Some necessary bodily functions. Can't talk today. But yeah, so you need triglyceride. It's absolutely necessary. The problem with it is that your body doesn't know how much of it to produce. So it just produces the same amount no matter what you eat or how much you eat. And that's a problem because it really only needs a little bit of it. Unfortunately, your body doesn't know that. And that's where green tea is super important, is with fat prevention. Because what happens is that extra triglyceride that your body produces ends up getting stored as fat. So that's why it's a major problem that your body doesn't know how much to produce, because it'll use what it needs to use, and then the rest of the triglyceride turns into fat, and then you gain weight. So what green tea does is it dissolves that excess triglyceride. So you'll get what you need out of it, right? You'll use the triglyceride that you need to use, but then that excess triglyceride that normally would be converted into fat is going to go ahead and be burned up by the green tea. And that's really the major benefit of green tea, that fat prevention. So you can go ahead and eat without having to worry that your body's going to produce too much triglyceride and cause you to gain fat. Because that is probably, if I had to say there was one, like the largest contributor to weight gain or fat gain, that would be it, is that excess triglyceride. So if you can avoid that, then you really can avoid gaining too much fat. And that's how green tea is that fat preventer. And then also I talked a little bit about how it contributes to fat burning. But this second ingredient, this is really your fat burner. So this is cayenne pepper, is the second major ingredient. And what cayenne pepper does is it's kind of like jalapenos in that it's really spicy. So when you ingest cayenne pepper, it raises your body's temperature. And sometimes you can feel it, you'll feel a little hot, or you might get a little sweat going if you consume something that's really hot or has a lot of cayenne pepper in it. And the reason that helps to burn fat, it's not necessarily the temperature spike in itself, but it's your body's response to that temperature spike. So when your body temperature is like raised just out of nowhere, it kind of freaks your body out, and its response is to go ahead and try and cool it down. So you have this sudden temperature spike, and then your body's like, whoa, where's this coming from? It tries to lower the temperature back down to where it was at before, and it uses a lot of energy in order to do that. So the temperature spike itself doesn't cause you to burn fat, but your body's response to it is what causes it to burn fat. Because in order to cool down, your body has to use a lot of energy and burn a lot of calories. So you want to raise your body temperature just so that you can force your body to cool itself back down. I know it sounds kind of weird, but that's how you get your body to burn calories. And so that's how cayenne pepper is a fat burner. So you've got your fat preventer and your fat burner, and then last you have your appetite suppressor. So this third primary ingredient is called glucomannan. I like to call it the craving killer because really what it does is exactly that. It prevents you from getting those random cravings that you get throughout the day, and it's going to go ahead and decrease your appetite. So for those of you who are a little bit overweight or eat a little bit too much, chances are you probably have a larger appetite. There are a lot of reasons why that might be, but that reason why that is really irrelevant. However, I will give you the primary one. Usually, obviously if you're looking into a fat burner, chances are you have a little more fat than you would like to have. And the way you probably got that way is by overeating. And so when you eat too much food on a daily basis, your body becomes accustomed to consuming that much food. So when you try to stop eating that much food, your body gets kind of weirded out, right? Because it's constantly hungry because it's used to eating that much food. So you have this constant hunger because your body's confused as to why it's not getting as much food as it was before. And that's where glucomannan plays a huge role because it's basically just like a big ball of fiber, essentially. When it sits in your stomach like a huge ball of fiber, swells up, and causes you to feel that feeling that you get when you eat a big meal. So it'll cause you to feel full, and that's how it suppresses your appetite. It kind of tricks your body into thinking that you just ate, but really all you did was take an instant knockout pill. But your body doesn't know the difference. So like I said, it contains a lot of fiber, so it just swells up in your stomach, tricks your body that you're full, and then your appetite is suppressed. And it takes your body a while to digest all of that fiber, so for all of that time that it's digesting it, you're not going to have any cravings, and you're not really going to have an appetite at all. So that's how it suppresses your appetite, and then once that glucomannan has been successfully digested, then you'll have your appetite back, and you'll be able to eat normally. It's just to go ahead and make sure that you don't eat too much. So it's not going to completely destroy your appetite. That would be bad, obviously, but it is going to suppress those excess cravings that you get. And those are the three primary ingredients and the three primary purposes of Instant Knockout, and that's what makes it so effective. So these three ingredients that I just described, you really could take any one on its own and it would produce some benefits for you. So if you were wondering, why don't I just drink green tea, or why don't I just buy cayenne pepper and put it on my food, you could definitely do that, and you would see some benefits from it. But what makes Instant Knockout so effective is that it has all three of these ingredients in one pill, that you only have to take a couple of times a day, and it'll make sure that those ingredients are constantly in your body and constantly working for you to burn fat but retain muscle. And the result being that you'll be in the best shape of your life. I've seen some results with this, and I've read a lot of reviews for it. Never seen anything negative, which is no surprise to me based off the nutrition label, which, like I just described, is an extremely effective and synergistic one. So if you guys have any questions about Instant Knockout or any concerns or anything about fat burners, feel free to leave a comment and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Should you decide that you want to buy Instant Knockout, this is very important for those of you who are trying to save some money. You should click the link that I provided you below, and it'll take you to our website, thesupplementreviews.org, where you can then scroll to the bottom and click on Order Now. And what that does is it'll offer you some discounts, and it'll take you to the page that has the absolute lowest price. Because we actually do have a relationship with Instant Knockout where we are able to offer discounts if you buy through our site. So click the link below to get to thesupplementreviews.org and order Instant Knockout from there. That way you'll receive the absolute lowest price that you'll find anywhere, and you'll be offered some discounts as well. So again, thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions or concerns. Thanks, guys.